One of the most important things to know when running a phishing campaign is how to not get sent to spam filters. So I'm going to very quickly go over how to bypass spam filters, what to do, what not to do, and I'm also going to talk about what time has been successful for me when I'm sending a phishing campaign. So the first thing to think about is, what is a spam filter? So a spam filter is not really there to catch phishing links. A spam filter is there to stop spam from getting into your inbox. Now, it's true that most phishing campaigns are spam. Most phishing campaigns aren't targeted, and they're sent to 2-3 million emails all at once. That is spam, so that should be picked up by spam filters. And I think that you can expect them to pick that kind of phishing attempt up. However, a targeted phishing campaign is not spam. If I send a targeted phishing campaign to 3 people at your company, I wouldn't expect a spam filter to pick that up because it's not spam. With that being said, there are a few pitfalls when it comes to sending phishing emails, so I want to go over how to make sure that your phishing campaign doesn't land in a spam folder. So the first rule of not landing in a spam folder is just keep your email simple. Keep it 2-3 sentences and say, hey, we detected that someone is trying to log into your account from Moscow. Can you check it out here? And then put the phishing link. If you want, you can use something a little more complex and add maybe an email footer, but I wouldn't use any templated language that you find online. That has been sent by many other people, and that will likely get you flagged as spam. Second, don't copy Microsoft's emails or Google's emails or any official email that is sent from any company has probably been sent before and has probably been tagged as spam. So if you send an email that says unusual sign-in activity and it looks exactly like Microsoft's, Microsoft is probably going to send you straight to the spam folder. Next up is you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot with over-testing. So what over-testing is when you really don't want your email to get sent to spam when you send off your phishing campaign. So you test and test and test and test, and then all of a sudden you're not allowed to send email anymore because 99% of the email that you've sent from your phishing domain has been marked as spam. I've had AWS just unverify my domain and revoke my sending privileges, so I can't send any email. Next up is the topic of whitelisting. Whitelisting is essentially when you sign a contract with a company to do a phishing engagement, you may say, hey, add our phishing domain to your whitelist so that none of our emails will land in spam. Now, I think that in a perfect world, this is good, but unfortunately, we don't live in a perfect world. And if you phish a bunch of users from a company and you get on a call with their CEO, it's really hard to describe how much of a risk phishing is if they say, well, the only reason you were able to phish our users is because we added you to our whitelist. You wouldn't have been able to do this otherwise. At that point, you're kind of fighting a losing battle. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit about timing your phish. This will be super quick. The first thing to note is that this is highly subjective on your environment, and you also really need to know about your client and a little bit about how their job works. If everyone is in the office, I don't think it's a very good idea to send a phishing email when everyone might be in a team huddle or they might be talking to each other, because the last thing you want is to send an email and everyone's phones go off and they look at it and they all look at the IT administrator who supposedly just sent them an email who's standing right next to them. So what's worked best for me is sending an email at around 6-7 p.m., right when people are getting home, making dinner, and they check their phone to see, oh, I got an email from our IT administrator. The last thing they want to do is go in and investigate. They just want to get this off their mind as quick as possible so that they can enjoy their time off.